Hello, everybody. It's Des. Soon we will stop doing these little lives where it's just my picture. Pretty soon I will get my camera and my microphone where you guys can actually see me and we can do more lives. But for now I'm doing it pre-recorded. So this is a pre-recorded live. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing good. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. But tonight it's gonna be a short and simple one. Just because we have two cases to talk about, and also, I think OB is going live, so I want to do this little podcast before she goes live. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Suzanne Simpson and Aubreigh Wyatt together. This will end our week of the true crime series that we have been doing. We talked about Savannah Soto, which is posted. I did a little short on Emma Baum, which is also posted. Now we're going to end it off with Suzanne Simpson and Aubreigh Wyatt. Now, please mind you, these cases happened a year ago, and some of the articles, when I was doing my research, a lot of the articles that I saw when it first came out are missing. The court docs, I tried to look them up. I had to do a FOIA request on some of them, and I'm still waiting on them. So when I get those, I will put them in my Discord, and you guys can see them. But yeah, if you hear noises in the back, I have family over, and then I have the dogs in here, and they are just going at it. But we're gonna talk about Suzanne Simpson. I want to read you this. This is from Kins 5. They have a pretty good timeline. Not Ozempic. They have a pretty good timeline. But yeah, I just want to put my disclaimer out there. Everything that I talk about is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I get all my resources from news articles and from family sources. Everything I say is alleged in my opinion. I am not responsible for anyone else's opinions. But yeah, we're going to read this. So Suzanne Simpson was a San Antonio realtor who went missing back in October of 2024. She's a mother to, I want to say, 4 kids. And as of now, her husband was charged her husband was charged, and then as of now, her husband has been charged with the murder of Suzanne Simpson. As of today, Suzanne Simpson is still missing. It is now a recovery finding, but I'm going to read you this timeline. So it goes on and says, the timeline of where police believe Brad Simpson was the day his wife, Suzanne Simpson, was reported missing. All right, so let's get into it. When was this? This was published November 13th. It was updated November 14th. So it goes, a newly released arrest affidavit is giving more insight into the evidence police were able to use to charge Brad Simpson with the murder, of Suzanne Simpson. And we'll watch this in a little bit. It just happened in Owens Park, Texas. This is probably 25 to 35 minutes away from me. But yeah, a newly released arrest affidavit is giving more insight into the evidence police were able to use to charge Brad Simpson with the murder of his wife, Suzanne Simpson. Before Brad was charged with just the firearm, he was arrested because he was trying to conceal firearm. I have to find that. Once I find it, I will put it in my Discord. But as of, November 13, 2024, there are now, and as of today in 2025, he is charged with the murder of his wife, Suzanne Simpson. Simpson was reported missing on Monday, October 7th. Suzanne was reported missing Monday, October 7th. The previous night, according to investigators, it was a neighbor that reportedly saw the couple arguing outside before they got into the car and left. So before they went to the house and the neighbor heard the screaming, they were at the Argyle. It's like a fancy restaurant here in San Antonio area over in Elms Park. They went to dinner, and then of course they went home. I will show you that in a little bit. But yeah, let's do this timeline, and then I found the actual real timeline where I mentioned the Argyle. It all makes sense when I read that one, but I guess this is a timeline of Brad. Yeah, it's the timeline of Brad. Okay. Sorry, I got mixed up. I'm new to this, guys. When it comes to, I can sit down on the phone and tell you what I know, but during this on live, it's a little different. I'm a little nervous. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. On October 7th at 12:33 a.m., hours after she was last seen, investigators saw a surveillance video of Brad Simpson's truck at the HB in Elms Park. The truck bed, investigators said, was empty except for a large ice chest at 7:53 a.m. This is all on October 7th. Simpson dropped her 5-year-old daughter to the Howard Early Childhood Center. According to police surveillance video, showed that in addition to the large ice chest, there were 2 white trash bags in the truck bed. At 9:12, approximately, police said Simpson brought food at a Whataburger in Bernie in the truck bed. Investigators explained there were 3 white trash bags, a large gray trash can, an ice chest, and a large bulky item wrapped and secured into the blue tarp with a firewood rack holding the blue tarp down. The investigators acknowledged, due to the experience in previous cases, that criminals would commonly conceal, transport, or disguise their victims in a tarp to purposely avoid detection by law enforcement. This is still October 7th. 9:53 a.m. at the Home Depot in Bernie, investigators said surveillance video captured Brad Simpson buying 2 bags of, sorry if I'm butchering it, basically cement, an orange Home Depot construction bucket with a lid, a box of 32 heavy-duty trash bags, and 1 bottle of 30-ounce Clorox disinfectant spray. Police, along with the FBI, spoke to the man who said that Brad Simpson randomly came up to him in the parking lot asking for direction to the nearest dump in Bernie. Using his phone, the man gave directions to the Kendall County solid waste site on Spanish Pass Road. Location data, according to investigators, showed Simpson's car near the Kendall County solid waste site, and at a nearby business caught his car driving away from the waste site on surveillance. 11:53 a.m. According to the affidavit, Simpson goes to the Valero/Stripes gas station in Bernie. Here, investigators say Simpson bought gas to fill up his truck and brought 2 one-gallon jugs of water. At this point, authorities said that only things missing were the white trash bags, and Simpson changed his sandals into cowboy-style boots. Investigators explained through the car's location data, they were able to see that Simpson went from Bandera County to Bandera County. Police believe he was in Medina for approximately 13 minutes before heading back to Kendall County. Okay, at 1:41 p.m., a license plate reader captured Simpson's car entering the Bernie area in the truck bed. Authorities note that the blue tarp is no longer visible and that a firewood rack is in a different position. Approximately 3:27 p.m., Simpson goes to pick up his daughter up from the Howard Elementary Childhood Center. According to investigators who say surveillance video showed the truck bed was clear of the blue tarp and the metal firewood rack. The only things left are the ice chest and the large trash can. 4:07 p.m. surveillance camera showed authorities that Brad Simpson was at the Bubble Bath car wash in San Antonio, washing and cleaning the driver front seat and the back left passenger side. Investigators saw that a dried cement splash were the back passenger seat compartment of the car. Police also saw a photograph that showed a Clorox bottle in the back compartment. The truck bed at this point, authorities say, only had an ice chest. So this is Brad Simpson's timeline. So this is another article I saved. It's basically, let me share it with you guys. It says, the clear alert for Suzanne Simpson discontinued. M's has been new charges. At this point, it was 17 days since Simpson was last missing. These are just dated weird. I don't know. Like I said, this happened it's going to be a year ago. in October. We're barely starting 2025, so not that far along, a couple months ago, but a lot of things are just dated weird. So bear with me, guys. I actually found Brad Simpson's. I found something of Brad Simpson. It's an affidavit we're gonna read. But it goes in and says the Texas Department of Public Safety discontinued the clear alert for the missing San Antonio mom of four, Suzanne Clark Simpson, on Tuesday, October 23rd. Simpson, 51, was last seen more than 2 weeks ago, which is October 6th, when the alert was issued. Officials discontinued the alert as her husband, Brad Simpson, the last person seen with his wife, was hit with 2 additional charges on Tuesday. He is now facing charges of tampering and fabricating with physical evidence, possession of a prohibited weapon, both felonies. On the same day, officials arrested Brad's friend and business associate James V. Calder on suspicion of tampering with evidence with intent to hinder an investigation, a third-degree felony. Yes, so Brad Simpson's friend, or his business partner, ended up getting arrested too for trying to hide the guns. I have to find that arrest affidavit. So just saying, what's a clear alert is, and that's it. We're gonna read this one. Share this tab with you guys. There we go. So this is from the San Antonio News. It's basically, what we know about Suzanne Simpson's family and her disappearance. Okay, the family of the missing mother of four, Suzanne Clark Simpson, is heavily connected in San Antonio. Both her husband and in-laws have operated somewhat well-connected real estate moguls in the Alamo City for the past couple decades, weaving family ties to the city. So Suzanne Simpson used to work for Nick's Realty here in San Antonio. That is more seen in the Northside Owens Park area. I'm down south. Suzanne Simpson has been missing for nearly 2 weeks now, having last been seen on the evening of Sunday, October 6th. Investigators continue to comb the case, searching homes, businesses, and a landfill from San Antonio to Boerne. There's still no official name, suspect, or person of interest in her disappearance. However, her husband, Brad Simpson, has been behind bars. For the same time officials have been looking for Suzanne, he is charged with family violence and unlawful resistant and federal charges for unlawful possessing firearms. So what do we know about the Simpson family? To start, Brad has been licensed real estate agent since at least 2002, according to public records obtained by my SA of his professional license. He also faced several legal troubles in his two decades in the industry. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. I was like, I lost it. Oh, it's this ad. Hang on. So it basically just talks about what Brad did, Yeah, he had some right here, American Express sued, I guess, his company. He was $14,000 in debt on credit cards. Damn. But yeah, it talks about, what Brad did in his age. He was a realtor and whatnot. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one. If this goes, because I really want to read that affidavit with you guys. Hold on, guys. This is being a little bumpy. But yeah, so basically Brad Simpson, he was a realtor. He was sued twice for the American Express. He's in debt. But we're gonna read this now. Sorry guys if I'm jambling all over the place. These articles are out of date. And two, my computer is freezing a lot, so I can't wait till I get the studio set up. And then we can start doing real lives and you guys can see me and I can read your chats. Okay, so this is the timeline of Suzanne. This was published in December, literally last month. See how my computer is like not doing it. So yeah, Brad and his business partner are locked up. His business partner is locked up for hiding and tampering, with the weapons. Basically try to hide the weapons. Brad is charged with the same thing, but also along with the murder of Suzanne Simpson. So it goes on and says the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson is ongoing. The Elms Park mother of four and realtor was last seen Sunday, October 6th, and her husband, Brad Simpson, has since been charged with murder in connection with her presumed death. And this is Brad. Oh, that's his head. Oh. Okay, that's a little bit better. See how my computer is not like cooperating with me? I can't wait till I get the studio. This is Brad. This is the timeline. We read Brad's timeline due to the new evidence they had. This is the timeline of basically the whole thing. Sunday, October 6th, the couple attended a party at the Argyle, a private dinner club on Patterson Avenue in Alamo Heights before returning to their home, which they shared with their two children, Elm Park Police Chief Fidel Vegas said the couple fought at the event. Brad Simpson claimed that his wife lost her cell phone while the local HB. Minutes after leaving the party, Suzanne Simpson is seen at a local HEB with her young daughter, according to an affidavit. Jesus, computer. After leaving HEB at 9:15 p.m., Suzanne Simpson called a family friend and went to her house around 9:16 p.m. She also called her mother to say that Brad Simpson had just assaulted her. The authorities later learned that Suzanne Simpson's cell phone was suspended at the request of the subscriber at around 9:16 p.m. on October 6th, contradicting Brad Simpson's initial statement that she had lost her phone at HEB. The affidavit states, "It is unclear when Suzanne Simpson returned from her friend's home. A neighbor told police that between 10 to 11, he heard an argument outside his bedroom window that became louder and seemed closer to his window. When the neighbor looked out his window, he saw the Simpsons in a physical altercation. An arrest or an affidavit states that he said Suzanne Clark Simpson was trying to get away from Brad Simpson as he tried to pull her down. It appeared Brad Simpson was clearly attempting to keep Ms. Simpson from running, the neighbors told authorities, according to the affidavit. So, this is the Argyle. This is the Simpsons' residence and the original search location, so it's not that far from their house. It's literally down the street. A neighbor told authorities he last saw the couple heading westbound. The neighbor went outside to investigate. A short time later, he heard 2 to 3 screams from a bushy area east of his home. The affidavit states about an hour later, the neighbor saw Brad Simpson start his black GMC pickup truck and leave his house. The neighbor told authorities he saw Brad Simpson return 1 to 2 hours later. The neighbor did not call the police, but told them the account. He was questioned at a later date. This is Brad's pickup truck. Monday, October 7th, the last activity on Suzanne Simpson's phone was around 7:15 a.m. According to police, the coordinates showed the phone was in a business parking lot in Elms Park. Brad Simpson's murder warrant states that on the morning of October 7th, he dropped his young child off at school, and the bed of his truck contained at least 2 white trash bags and a large ice chest. Now, we talked about this in the previous timeline, and we are going to skip down because, like I said, we talked about this a little earlier. But I want to get down to right here. On the night of October 7, a friend of Suzanne Simpson called Brad Simpson about concerns about her disappearance. At the time, he had not called yet. He had not called the police or 911. He also told authorities he saw his wife on the morning of October 7 as he was leaving to drop off his young child at school. Her friend ended up calling the police around 9:57 p.m. on October 6. Around 10 p.m., Brad Simpson reported his wife missing. This computer is just not cooperating with me. There we go. Okay, so Tuesday, October 8th, at some point, Brad Simpson became uncooperative with investigators and failed to show up for an interview. Police learned that he relocated to his ranch in Bandera County, the affidavit states. Investigators questioned Brad Simpson's brother, Barton Simpson, and told police that Brad Simpson had called him and apologized for all the problems he had caused. The affidavit states on October 8th, Brad Simpson texted James Corder, which is his longtime business associate, who also got arrested with him. If you are in Bandera, can you haul ass and meet me at your house? I don't have much time. Corder responded, I'll be there in 40 minutes. Brad Simpson responded, okay, make sure and leave all that shit into the pump house, especially the gun. Calder, get over here. I won't tell anybody. Calder then told Brad, you're my brother. Jesus, computer, what are you doing? At 4:30 p.m., police interviewed staff at a school. One of their children attends. The child told staff that her parents were fighting and that her dad assaulted her mother and took her phone away. An affidavit says the child also said Suzanne Simpson had a bruise on her elbow. You see, when I was learning this case, when I was watching this case on another creators, I never knew about this. This is very interesting. This is Suzanne right here. Oh, well, now that's Brad. Where am I? This computer, this is Suzanne. There we go. Don't mind my desktop. It's being weird. The Allen's Park police released a missing persons flyer to news outlets around 1 p.m. in the afternoon/evening. Neighbors and friends started to show up in the area and pass out flyers and search for Suzanne Simpson. At 9:50, police questioned Simpson's neighbors, who told them what he saw on the night of October 6th. This is October 9th. At 12:42 a.m., police obtained an arrest warrant for Brad Simpson on charges for assault, family violence, and unlawful restraint. He did not appear surprised at the time of his arrest, the affidavit states, adding that the authorities noticed lacerations and bruises on his arms and hands, and he also appeared unconcerned and showed little emotions about her disappearance. You see, I didn't know any of this when I first saw this almost a few months back. At around 1:30 a.m., the Police Department of Public Safety and Kendall County Sheriff's Office took Brad Simpson into custody near 542 East Mile Marker on Interstate 10. According to the sheriff, Brad Simpson was booked into the Kendall County Jail after 4 a.m. His bond was later set at $1 million at charge. At 10 a.m., my computer is doing this again. What is going on here? There we go. At 10 a.m., two of Suzanne Simpson's friends spoke with KSAT, describing her as a good friend to them and a great mother to 4 children. They said they were heartbroken about her disappearance, but hopeful that she would be found alive. Villegas held a media brief announcing the arrest of Brad Simpson. Villegas mentioned that investigators found 2 items in the woods, and he did not offer... This keeps moving. Specifics. He said he was not able to determine yet whether they were connected to Suzanne Simpson. Texas Rangers executed a search warrant at a home in Bandera County and located a burn site with a burnt laptop and multiple cell phones belonging to Brad Simpson, according to the affidavit. You see how this is just moving on its own? I can't wait for my equipment to come. Where was was I at? Right here. 2 notes recovered from one of his cell phones were titled This Next Life and Last Will and Testament. The notes included apologies for physical assaulting his wife in August 2023 and again on October 6th, the affidavit states. Oh. See, I did not know this. I don't need that. Wow. Oh. Where was I, guys? Okay, yeah. We're going on to the next part of it. Sorry, guys, if this is being all weird. Excuse me. Thursday, October 10th, the Texas Ranger searched Brad Simpson's vehicles. Stains from his vehicles tested positive for blood, which was later determined to belong to Brad Simpson, according to the affiant from November 12th. And I think I have that one saved where we can read it. My computer is just not want to cooperate with you guys. Jesus. In the morning, police took down the crime scene tape from outside the Simpsons' home and opened East Elms to traffic again. They considered their command post to an area within the block of East Counter. At 8 a.m., the detective confirmed in a phone call that investigators completed a search of the home, but he declined to offer any details on what they may have found. Brad Simpson was taken to the Bexar County Jail after being transferred from Kendall County. Brad Simpson's mother, who did not reveal her name, told Kesa that I am in total belief we are a devastated family and we do need privacy. That's all we're asking for because our only concern right now are these children and these grandchildren. At 4 p.m., Villegas told another media briefing and a photo release of the security camera showing Suzanne Simpson outside the Argyle. So, hang on. This computer is... Don't mind my computer, guys. This is the picture of her outside the Argyle. This is their home. This is Suzanne. Friday, October 11th, federal authorities placed a hold on Brad Simpson. A federal hold or detainer is a request from federal agencies to keep an inmate in custody or to notify the agency before his or her release. Authorities searched the 33,000 block of I-10 near Highway 87, about a mile from where Brad Simpson was arrested. The search lasted about from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Authorities did not say if anything was significant was found. There we go. So this is the original search, and this is where they were searching. Saturday, October 12th, a warrant to search a southeast Bexar County landfill for any clues regarding Suzanne Simpson's disappearance was signed after being filed under seal by the Texas DPS. Sunday, October 13th, a prayer vigil was held for Suzanne Simpson. Her mother, Barbara Clark, spoke to the vigil. I just don't understand. I don't understand why it happened. It wasn't a part of their life, she told KSAT. You see how my computer just wants to be like wonky with me? My apologies, guys. Suzanne is a very beautiful woman. The brother of Brad Simpson, Barton Simpson, condemned his brother on social media. He releasing the following statement on social media: this is from Bart. Until Brad chooses to cooperate, we will continue to cooperate for him, as we have from the very beginning of this heartbreaking ordeal. This is not how he was raised. This is not who we are. Our parents insisted us the values of honoring and my goodness. You see how this is just honoring and protecting others, and they are truly remarkable people. The devastation this has caused our families overwhelming. Brad's refusal to cooperate is unappreciated. My sister and brother-in-law have stepped up to take care of the children, but the impact on our parents have been shattering. Our lives have, and I lost it. Hang on, guys. My computer is just not. I'm sorry for all this. And now I can't find it. There we go. Our lives have been irreparably changed. We will not rest until we find Suzanne. That is from the brother of Brad. So basically, October 16th, this is the land. This is where they were searching the landfill. I think they showed the weapons. Yes, they did. Okay. An affidavit revealed Brad Simpson now faces the federal charge. So this is what he was charged with before the murder. Illegally owning a sharp barrel rifle, he faces up to 10 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine, according to the affidavit. The charge is the reason Brad Simpson has federal detainer on his release from the Bexar County. So this is the alleged weapons he had that him and his, his partner, his business partner, was hiding. October 17th, they ended the landfill search. October 19th, the city of Olms Park Mayor Aaron Harrison said the search would resume within city limits. The mayor said the Olms Park Police Department has enlisted the resources of Texas Search and Rescue, an Austin-based nonprofit organization. Right. We're in October. Just moved to November. There we go. So Monday, October 21st was when Brad's business partner was arrested. Obviously, my computer. There he is. This is his business partner, James Coder. He faces felony charges of tampering with evidence with the intent to impair an investigation. So this is October 21st. Brad Simpson's business partner gets arrested. And then Tuesday, October 22nd, records showed Brad Simpson was charged with tampering / fabricating physical evidence with the intent to impair as well. Oh, there he is. There's Brad. And then it talks about how they found the bag of cement, the 2 boxes, a box of heavy-duty black trash bags, and a trash can, and a metal firewood rack. Oh, this is not doing anything. So I'm actually going to read you guys the affidavit I found. Excuse me. Yeah, let's read the affidavit. Because I think here, I don't know what's going on with my computer, that it keeps moving. I don't know what that was. Okay, well, I'm going to read you this affidavit that I found on Scribd. Shout out to Scribd. If you're doing true crime, Scribd is a place to get all your affidavits, your criminal complaint, and many other things. They do redact some of it, though. So this is what was this? His arrest warrant. Okay. Let's go to the right here. All right. So it is redacted detective. Oh, there we go. Oh, this one too is being a little weird. Okay. We're going to read, because there's 15 pages, and I do need to get to Aubreigh. So it goes on and says the victim in this case, obviously, is Suzanne and Brad. And It is the belief of your affiant that the offense of Section 1902 is murder. Was committed on or about the 6th of October 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. All right, let me find. Okay. Let me see, because some of this is like heavily redacted. And it's kind of blurry. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but on my end, it's blurry. This talks about her kids. Sorry, I'm trying to find the. It's talking about when they got there. Basically, Suzanne was missing. And hold on, because I saw one part that really struck me. This is heavily redacted. The body cam footage. I need to find that body cam footage. Okay, so this is them talking about Brad's timeline. We already read Brad's timeline. You can go back and it reads it. Or we talked about it. Not read it. Well, we did read it. Okay, right here. Number 8. Or 7. We could do 7. Okay, on 10/8/2024, Yaffian spoke with blankety blank, who is a Texas certified peace officer. Texas Ranger blank is assisting in the investigation. Texas Ranger blank told me that he spoke with blank blank blank. A credible and reliable person blank stated that she witnessed defendant, aka Brad Simpson, and Suzanne Simpson engaged in a verbal altercation while at the party at the Argyle, located at blanks. On the event of 10/6/2024, your affiant also learned from peace officer blank that Simpson attended the party at the Argyle Club. Although, or through interviews and information obtained from their officers, your affiant determined that on the evening of 10/6/2024, Suzanne Simpson and her blank left the party at approximately 8:30 at the Argyle and went to the HB at blank blank blank. They were there from 8:40 p.m. to 8:51 p.m. According to the video footage from HEB, your affiant believes that Suzanne Simpson and her blank arrived at her residence shortly thereafter. Your affiant learned from Texas Department of Public Safety Criminal Analysis that upon reviewing the call's detailed records for Suzanne Simpson cellular service, they observed the following on 10/6/2024. At 9:15 p.m., Suzanne Simpson called a family friend, blank, to say she was coming over. Your affiant reviewed a surveillance video from the Alamo Heights Police Department, which shows Suzanne Simpson vehicle arriving at the blank residence at approximately 9:25 p.m. Sorry, my dog is going crazy. At 9:16 p.m., Suzanne Simpson called her mother, blank blank, to report that the defendant, aka Brad Simpson, had just assaulted her, causing pain to her arm, back, and neck. The duration of the phone call was from 9:16 to 9:24. Your affiant later learned from Suzanne Simpson's cell phone carrier that her device was suspended on 10/6/2024 at approximately 9:16 p.m. at the request of the subscriber. A review of the defendant's phone, Brad's phone records, indicates that the defendant this has to be Brad, the so-called defendant, access to AT&T application. At the same time, Suzanne Simpson's service was suspended. This contradicts the defendant's initial statement that Suzanne Simpson losing her phone on 10/6/24. Redacted. Wow. So we're going to read this next part, and then there's another part that really interests me, and then we're going to wrap up a little bit from Suzanne and head to Aubreigh. And then I want to talk about, I'm going to show you guys another case that was talked about on another live stream I was in. But let's read this. So this is on 10/8/2024. Your affiant conducted a non-custodial interview on Redacted, who resides at Redacted, Elms Park, Bexar County, Texas, directly across the street from Simpson's residence. Your affiant determined that blank was found to be credible and reliable. Blank stated that he witnessed the defendant and Suzanne Simpson loudly arguing after 10 p.m. on Sunday, 10/6/2024, in the front yard of his residence. Blank stated that he saw the defendant and Suzanne Simpson physically struggle with each other. Blank stated Suzanne Simpson broke free from the defendant's grasp and ran away from defendant in a westerly direction. Blank stated that the defendant started running after Suzanne Simpson and was trying to grab her. Blank stated he later lost signs of them as they exited his yard. Blank stated he went inside to the house to get a flashlight and came back outside. Blank told me he later heard screams coming from the wooded area across from his home. Blank stated that approximately 1 hour later he heard the defendant's truck start up and depart the area. Blank stated he heard the defendant's truck return approximately 1 hour later. This talks about the cell thing again. Oh. Okay, this is the neighbors. And then it talks about the time, again, this right here talks about was seen in the truck of Brad and where he was, his timeline. We read that in the pre-beginning. You guys can go back and look at that. Okay, where is that part I was seeing? Hang on, guys. This is blurry. And I did do some FOIA requests on some of these documents, so it could be clear, because these are blurry. These are hard for my vision. I hope you guys are doing okay and well. Pretty soon, once I get my studio up, it'll be a lot better. Like, you guys can see me. You guys can see this clear. You guys can hear me well, because right now I'm whispering, because I don't think this is, like, getting my voice. But once I get the studio ready, you guys, it'll be better lives. I promise you guys. And I'll have better documentations, because, like I said, some of these documents from these cases are missing, and I can't find them. I had to do FOIA requests. Half the articles, they're like out of date, and some of them aren't on there on like Google. So I don't know what's going on. But with these new cases we're going to be talking about, I'll definitely have those in order. I'll give you guys like a later date on the new cases. I really want to talk about the Queens shooting, the New York Queens shooting at the nightclub, the New Orleans terror attack. I want to start doing Maddie Soto series and the Sebastian Rogers case. I'll let you guys know on that. Okay, this is the end of the surveillance video of Brad's timeline. Okay, right here. This is, where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. Dang it. Did I? I did. Dang it. Okay, there we go. This is the exchange text between Brad and his business partner on 10/10/2024. Your affiant blank and company blank conducted a non-custodial interview of blank at his residence located at blank, San Antonio, Bexar County, Texas. Your affiant later observed the text messages on blank's cell phone, capturing the following communication. This has to be a coder. On 10/8/2024 at 4:35 p.m., defendant texted. Defendant is Brad. Obviously, this is They're just doing these redaction and nicknames. Texted blank, which is Coder. If you're in Bandera, can you haul your ass and meet me at your house? I don't have much time. Coder responded, I will be there in 40 minutes. Brad responded, okay, make sure and leave all that shit in the pump house, especially the gun. On 10/8/2024 at 8:31 p.m., Coder texted the defendant the following text, get over here. I won't tell anyone. This was followed by the following text from Coder, you're my brother. These texts were sent prior to Brad's arrest on 10/9/2024. Where is that other piece? There's another piece I want you guys to read. Oh, I didn't know about this. Hang on. Okay, so this is Brad's, when they were talking to Brad, we talked about this. Just go back and look at it. We talked about that. But I'm interested in this. Okay, on 10/9/2024, the Texas Rangers and Alms Park Police executed a search warrant blank at Brad's known residence located at blank, Urafian, and blank, blank, blank. Observed an indentation, located on the wall at the bottom of the stairway on the residence. Oh, this is redacted. But it goes here and says, your Affian later interviewed the Simpsons housekeeper, redacted, confirmed to your Affian that she was last worked at the Simpsons residence on 10/7/2024. Your Affian asked Rodriguez to identify the type of trash bags that the Simpsons would utilize. Blank described the trash bags as a white in color with red handles. Your Affiant learned from the Alms Park Works Division that Simpson utilizes trash services through the city and that their normal pickups is Monday. Okay. Where is that other part? Oh, right here. We talked about this. This is where it says they found the last will and testament in this next live. We talked about that earlier. Or he said, he assaulted her one time, August of 2023, and then on October 6th. We talked about that earlier. There's one I really want to read. Okay, right here. And then we're going to wrap it up. I can put this in Discord if you guys want to read the whole thing. But we're going to wrap up right here at the Suzanne Simpson because we got to get to Aubreigh. So it then goes on and says, your Affian, or here. Oop, I went too up. Your Affian reviewed cell phone data from the defendant's cell phone, which captured a text message communication from a female identified as redacted. Your Affian observed a text message that the defendant sent on 9/17/2023 to blank. Your Affian observed the following instructions or information. It goes, these text messages go, I feel bad about tonight. I should have never grabbed her phone and drove off, but she was so protective of it. My dumbass didn't know her passcode, so I got locked out and had to bring it back. I really have no interest in looking through her phone or anybody else. These devices are the devil. Your Affian requested that the Texas Rangers interview blank at her residence in blank. Your Affian spoke with blank, who conducted the interview on 10/3/2024 at approximately 6:40 p.m. and learned the following information. Your Affian learned that blank told Texas Rangers that Suzanne Simpson was aware that the defendant, aka Brad, would track her and that Brad was extremely jealous. Okay. Wow. I don't really. Okay, this is the ending. Oh! What happened here? Oh, it went back up. You see how my computer is being a little wonky, and then this is their signatures. Oh, right here, murder. All right, so warrant of. So this is a warrant of Brad Simpson that we just read. The arrest warrant. This was signed November 7th. I'm actually gonna put this. Let me stop sharing my screen and let me put myself up. I'm actually gonna share this on Discord, just because it's a lot, but you guys can read it. So join my Discord, guys. We are gonna wrap up this end for Suzanne Simpson. So, hang on. I don't know why I just did that. My computer froze and cut me off. Yeah, what is going on? Hang on, guys. My computer is being weird. Am I back? Okay, I don't know what that was. I can't wait till I get the studio. Be patient with me, guys. My computer was being weird. Everything. Next live we do, I'm gonna try to hook up a desktop and just do it on my desktop because my laptop is being weird. But that's the conclusion of the Suzanne Simpson case. I will put everything that I got my information from on my Discord. So join my Discord. It's in my section. But yeah, as of now, Brad Simpson and his business partner are both in jail, except his business partner is arrested with charges of, obviously trying to conceal the weapon. Brad is charged with the same thing, but also with the murder of Suzanne Simpson. I hope and pray that Suzanne Simpson gets the justice she deserves and that we find her. She could be, we don't know where Brad put her. Only Brad knows, and obviously Brad does not want to cooperate. But Brad Simpson does have a court hearing soon, so I do want to go and attend it, and I will let you guys know. But that is the end of the Suzanne Simpson case. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about Aubreigh Wyatt. I've been wanting somebody to talk about Aubreigh Wyatt for the longest time, because I've never really heard anybody, no podcaster, talk about Aubreigh Wyatt. So then now that I have my own channel, my little startup channel, I was like, you know what? Let's talk about Aubreigh Wyatt. Let's talk about her, Let's bring awareness to Aubreigh. So we are going to start off with a few articles. Let me bring it to the stage. So, Ocean Springs Middle School mourns the sudden death of a student. This was back in... What the hell? Oh, it's a video. Alright, let me show you guys the video. Let me mute myself.
The Ocean Springs School District is mourning the loss of one of its students today. Parker Boyd joins us in the studio with how the community is reacting to this tragic news.
Jennifer, hearts are heavy at the Ocean Springs Middle School. The school district says one of its students, 8th grader Aubreigh Wyatt, has died. A small memorial has begun to grow in front of the school. The Ocean Springs School District says Wyatt's mother is an Ocean Springs School District teacher. The Singing River Health System sent counselors to the school to help students in their time of grief. Volunteers from Youth for Christ were also there to help. The Ocean Springs School District is asking everyone to keep the Wyatt family and Ocean Springs Middle School students and staff in your thoughts tonight. Jennifer.
Alright, I think that's the end of this video. Hang on.
This Christmas, a story of music and kindness. 18-year-old Sincere Ellison and his 15-year-old brother Carson Bowen were on a mission to bring joy to people's hearts through.
Okay, well, I think it moved. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Remove it. Okay. Let me find another article. Like I said, these articles, when you try to look them up. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's see this one. All right. Okay, and we can read a little bit of it. Okay. Oh. Oh, Lord, I cannot wait for my desktop. Let me play this. Let me mute myself.
Roll up your sleeves and take control of your future with South Texas Vocational Technical Institute.
The Ocean Springs School District is mourning the loss of one of its students today. Parker Boyd.
It was the same video. All right, we're just going to read the thing. Oh, this is weird. Okay, well, let's read it. So this happened September 5th, 2023. Of course, it is, as of last year, 2024, and September was a year. The Ocean Springs School District is mourning the loss of one of its students. The district said Ocean Springs Middle School 8th grader Aubrey Paige Wyatt died on Monday, September 4th. A small memorial of the 13-year-old has begun to grow in front of the school. The school district said Wyatt's mother is an Ocean Springs school district teacher. The Singing River Health System has dispatched the counselors to the school district, and in a statement, counselors are available to assist any students or staff members in coping with this challenging time. The Ocean Springs Police Department says Wyatt's death is still under investigation. Visitation will be held. This was her services. So I first heard about this case back on TikTok. Obviously, a lot of cases that I come across, they're mostly on TikTok. So Aubrey's case was on TikTok because she was bullied, and I came across it, and since then I was like, when was it? It was a year she hit. It was literally a year later, 2024, September, when I saw it. This happened in 2023. And, when I saw it, I was like fascinated with this case. I was like, oh my God, I can relate to this because bullying happens everywhere. I was bullied in middle school. Bullying just does not happen in schools. It happens at work. It happens at even senior citizens, from what I've heard, are bullied in these senior homes by other seniors. Cyberbullying happens a lot. It happens a lot on YouTube. If you're on the YouTube streets, the YouTube streets are crazy. There's a lot of bullying that happens, a lot of cyber bullying. But this case happened in September of 2023. And we're going to see this one. They do a tribute to Aubrey. Okay, let me put this to the stage. Let me mute myself.
At J. Allen, we're committed to making your rental experience as smooth and stress-free as possible. Book your Toyota rental
Sorry
today
for the
and
ads,
experience
guys.
the quality, reliability,
Can't
and
control these
safety that
ads.
only Toyota can provide. People you know, cars you trust. At J. Allen Toyota.
Ocean Springs Middle School paying tribute to 13-year-old Aubrey Wyatt during tonight's football game.
Now we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence to remember our friend, student, and daughter.
Family, friends, and school administrators were present to honor Wyatt and remember her as a beloved 8th grade student. Wyatt's passing has sparked several community organizations to help students during this time of grief. Funeral services for Aubreigh will be held this Sunday, followed by a candlelight vigil on Front Beach.
J. Allen Ford Quick Lane Service. Get your oil changed, your tires.
All right, that is that one. But yeah, guys, reliable resource when it comes to bullying. If you are in school, stopthebullying.org gives a lot of resources. If you are being bullied, please talk to a trusted adult, school counselors, teachers. Most importantly, I was of that age, when I was younger and I was being bullied. I didn't know how to tell my mom, like, hey, I'm being bullied, but it is always good to tell your parents, never feel that you're alone. Now, this goes for anybody, whether you're not a student, you're an adult. You tell somebody you're well trusted. If it happens at work, go to HR. Go to your manager, someone higher, so they can stop this bullying. Especially like me, I have an autistic nephew. I feel like, I love him to death. He doesn't know anything, and he experienced bullying too, and he doesn't know what that is. But I think it's important that we teach our kids, like, hey, bullying happens, make sure you tell your teacher and someone you trust so they can stop it. I also want to put this disclaimer out there, mental health is important too. If you or someone is experiencing mental health, there is people out here that can help you, professional therapists. I'm here if you guys need someone to talk to. My moderators are here. My community is here for anyone and everybody if you guys need help. We're going to see the next one. It's people of Ocean Springs rally at Ocean Springs Middle School to protest bullying. Yes. Okay. And if there's ads, don't mind the ads.
J. Allen Ford Quick Lane Service.
Let me remove it because I don't know if I'll get in trouble with these ads. Hang on, guys.
About bullying in Ocean Springs schools. Bullying now under a microscope after the death of a 13-year-old middle school student.
Aubreigh Wyatt's mother used social media to blame bullying for her daughter's death. The Ocean Springs school superintendent telling us today the district investigates 100% of bullying reports. We'll hear from him in just a bit.
But first, parents and former students who gathered outside middle school today to say enough is enough. Harper Robinson joins us now to share their stories.
We will be your voice.
Vanessa Owens says she was a victim of bullying during her time at Ocean Springs Middle School. She says change begins with the adults.
I think it's going to have to start with the administration. I know with my instance, we brought documents and evidence. We even had a psychologist that told them this child needs to leave y'all's school or she will not be here tomorrow.
Owens's mother, Carla, says middle school for her daughter was a nightmare, something that still sticks with Vanessa years later.
She's 27. That was 2010, so she still carries the scars of being harassed, being bullied, being not good enough, being too overweight, being too anything.
Kendall Weiss is a recent graduate of Ocean Springs High. She describes her experience at Ocean Springs Middle as horrible.
I got bullied for talking too much. I got called annoying. I got threatened in the hallways.
Weiss says her experience was so bad, she cringes at just the sight of the school.
Like every time I walk that, see it, I look away because I'm almost ashamed of going to middle school. Every time I reported it or something, nothing happened.
Both Owens and Weiss agree that something needs to be done. They are both happy that they were able to be a voice for victims today. In Ocean Springs, Harper Robinson, WLOX News Now.
Now, Harper also spoke with Ocean Springs Superintendent Michael Lindsay today to ask about how students can report bullying incidents.
We try to put things in place so that they can report it and they feel comfortable reporting it to our counselors. Students or adults or parents can report it to our counselors, our administrators, teachers, any other trusted adult. We have statement forms that they can come in and write something down, and we'll address it that way. We also have in an anonymous way that they can go onto our home webpage and they can report a bullying incident from there, which goes to the administrators that it needs to go to. And I actually get a copy of that as well, so I can monitor each one of those as they come in. And it goes to several administrators and health professionals so that we can address that. Sometimes they come in at 5 o'clock at night, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes they come in at midnight. And we make sure that we address 100% of those and investigate.
Lindsay said in the 2022-23 school year, Ocean Springs Middle received 37 reports of bullying. So far this year, 6 reports have been filed. Lindsay could not provide any details about the reports or how they were addressed.
J. Allen Ford Quick Lane Service.
Next. Okay. I'm gonna read you. Let me turn that other one off. Oh. Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna read you an article from People, the People magazine. Everything you need to know about Aubreigh Wyatt's death and her mom's fight to tell her story on TikTok. Like I said, I found this on TikTok. I haven't seen anybody on YouTube talk about this. Like I said, I found this on TikTok and it intrigued me, and I told another creator, like, hey, we should talk about this. And the creator was like, yeah, I'll think about it. Never got to talk to it. And I understand, some creators have their cases and stories lined up. But yeah, let's read this article. Aubreigh Wyatt died by suicide on September 4, 2023 in Mississippi. This is the beautiful Aubreigh Wyatt. May you rest in peace. If you have seen the hashtags #LLAW on your social media feeds, you have heard of Aubreigh Wyatt, the 13-year-old from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, who died by suicide on September 4, 2023, and since then her story has spread far and wide. Aubreigh's mother, Heather Wyatt, began opening up about her grief and shared her daughter's story on social media, especially TikTok, in the aftermath of her death. Aubreigh's name and photos began to spread, and the hashtag LLAW, Long Live Aubreigh Wyatt, started trend as well. According to Newsweek, Heather previously claimed that the consistent bullying led up to her daughter's death, starting with that I have to say this, allegedly at least 4 girls bullied Aubreigh. I have to say allegedly and all that to protect myself. Who was in the 8th grade when she sadly passed away. Heather has also called for people to be held accountable. I know if you go on TikTok, I think they took them down already, but it did say who they were, but I think they have been taken down for the privacy because this does involve minors. Now, please don't go looking it up and looking for these minors. Please don't. Although Heather never named the 4 girls publicly, internet sleuths, you see what I mean? Excuse me if I'm butchering this word, ascertained the identities of the girls. Heather claimed to have the identities of the girl Heather claimed to have bullied her daughter, and their names were circulating widely. Sorry if I'm butchering words. Purported texts between Heather and Aubreigh detailing the alleged bullying were also shared online. Yes, a lot of this was mostly on TikTok. In response, the parents of the 4 teens filed a lawsuit against Heather, claiming defamation and slander. The Washington Post reported after July 2nd filing, a judge also ruled that Heather must shut down all of her social media. that did happen. Yes, Heather had to shut down her whole social media accounts. Per the outlet, many social media users were outraged by the ruling, saying it's violated Heather's freedom of speech. Supporters of Heather, including other popular TikTokers, have posted messages of support. Ophelia Nicholas, also known as Mama Tot on TikTok, shared a message of support for Heather, which currently has more than 11 million views in the TikTok. Wrote, "Since Aubrey's mama can't speak for her, court ordered, I suppose we will." Nicholas added, when their voice is silent, use yours." According to Newsweek, the complaint against Heather reads as a direct and proximate cause of false, defamatory, and slanderous social media posts of the defendant, Heather Wyatt. The plaintiff's minor children have been receiving insulting and revolting messages from around the world, attacking them, calling them vulgar names. Basically, like, people all around the world people all over the world. Internet News basically found the bullies of Aubrey Wyatt, the alleged bullies of Aubrey Wyatt, and were just, attacking them. These young ladies were in the 8th grade. However, on July 16th, the parents dropped the lawsuit. According to the filings shared by Vicksburg News and reviewed by People, the case was dismissed without prejudice. The filing reads, meaning the parents can file it in the future should they choose. It is unclear if the judge in this case will lift the social media ban against Heather. As the Press Times, Heather's social media profiles, which gather millions of views and shares around the world, were still not online. They did create a GoFundMe. I think it's been taken down already because I think they reached their goal. As of now, Heather, last time I saw, Heather was posting. So Heather ended up getting her social media back up. Aubrey loved the beach, her friend gymnastics, riding four-wheelers, and making TikToks. Her obituary reads, in addition to her mother, Aubrey is survived by her sister, brother, and grandfather. And this is Aubrey. And then, obviously, we saw that interview with the school. So, yeah, I want to read this. If you or someone you know is considering unaliving themselves, please contact the 988's USAID and Crisis Lifeline by dialing 988, text straight to the Crisis text line at 741-741 or go to 988lifeline.org. And I want to show you guys this because I'm going to start wrapping it up. This is the This is the Stop Bullying Gov website I was talking to you guys about. But yeah, so basically, Aubrey was bullied. It said it in what we just read. And, since then, the internet went and ended up finding these alleged bullies and were, just attacking them. And, Heather, she went to court because, we just read it, the families of these minors said that, you're basically defaming their names, you're slandering their names. Excuse me. Heather did have to take her social medias down, but she ended up getting them back. So as of today, because I know she posted the other day, she does have her social medias back. But it is sad because, there is so many cases like this where kids, unalive themselves because of bullying, and in this case, Heather is Aubrey's voice. Heather wants justice for Aubrey, and the fact that let me put myself bigger. The fact that she basically had to get rid of all her social medias and she had to go to court to see if she can get those social medias back is outrageous. They should have never sent her to court in the first place because, one, she is the mother of Aubrey Wyatt. She needs to be her voice and get the justice that Aubrey deserves. Put yourself in Heather's shoes. If that were to happen to you, you had to be silenced. How would you feel? Everyone on TikTok did become Heather's voice and Aubrey's voice when Heather had to take her voice down. But as of now, Heather does have her social medias back, and so far in this case, there hasn't been anything yet. I haven't seen anything I can literally look at it right now with you guys. Like, and now my computer is being weird. There we go. Yeah, I mean, nothing has. The last one was when they lifted the social media ban off Heather back in July 22nd of 2024. Other than that, there hasn't been any. What is this? Yeah, there hasn't been nothing. I mean, Heather is still talking. You know, Heather is grieving. Heather is being Aubrey's voice. And yeah, there's really much nothing. But yeah, I want to show you this. This is very helpful. I think it's a very good website. It's stopbullying.gov. It gives you all the resources, whether it's you're a kid, you're a teen, you're an adult, you know, cyberbullying, you can document it. It gives you like all these wonderful informations, you know, the 988, the USAID and Crisis Lifeline. I have to use code words because I feel like if I use those big words like this word right here, I feel like YouTube would probably just like, you know, banana my account, would basically just get rid of my account. But yeah, I will put this in the comments below if you guys want to look at it. Cyberbullying, it tells you, you know, every, you know, online there's cyberbullying, there's harassment. It has like a very good resources for you guys. I will put that in the comment sections below. But yeah, this is where I wrap it up. We've talked about Suzanne Simpson. We talked a little bit about Aubreigh Wyatt. I hope Suzanne and Aubreigh get the justice they deserve. May they rest in peace. My heart goes out to the Clark/Simpson family with Suzanne, and my heart goes out to the Wyatt family for Aubreigh. But yeah, guys, I just want you guys to know that you guys are not alone. Like, I am here. If you guys need me, if you guys need to talk, you can always message me on Discord or leave a comment like, hey, how can I get into contact with you? And I'm more than happy to sit and, you know, talk to you guys, hear you guys, because I'm really here for all you guys. You know, you're not alone in this. We're going into 2025 already. We're in 2025 already. We need to spread more love because this world is already full of hate and vicious crimes and things like that. And I'm here for you guys. You know, my moderators are here for you guys. My community is here for you guys, even though we're small. I think we were 17 subscribers. We're all here for each other. And yeah, that wraps up the case of Suzanne Simpson and Aubreigh Wyatt. I know it was a little jangled, but it's because my computer was being weird. But once I get my studio set up, it'll be way much better. But we have some new cases to talk about. We're going to talk about Sebastian Rogers, Madeline Soto, the shooting that happened in Queens, New York, and the New Orleans terror attack. And if you guys have any more cases, let me know. I do want to start getting into my other topics, you know, like just doing like a chill live or doing like, you know, beauty talk or something different, you know, because I know a lot of you are here for mostly my true crime. But my channel consists of anything. So if you guys don't want to talk about true crime, we can talk about something else. But I'll still talk about true crime, you know. But yeah. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Be safe. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll let you guys know when we have the next live stream. I have to see my schedule because I work, so I work around podcasting. But yeah, this is the end. And I love you guys so much. So bye.